Welcome back to the Janus World Building Project. In this video, we'll explore design principles from symbiotic and parasitic plant species and consider cultures disrupting and reusing the elegant, integral structures of the tower. Upon the sprawling infrastructure of jungle trees, various plants perch innocently or hungrily, with some parasites using roots to slide into the sappy nourishment of a host. Benefiting from the niches provided by arching limbs high in the air, plants such as bromeliads create tiny ecosystems by catching water in tough, radiating leaves, giving havens for tadpoles and nymphs, with parents brave or mobile enough to take advantage, crossing back and forth, with roots dangling to the ground far below. Lianas form a networked lattice of superhighways from one canopy to another, affording a life spent always among the treetops and far from predation below in the tense shade of a hungry jungle. So too in Janus, those who will not abide the strict mandates or who have been left behind by a self-obsessed system pry away the hard shell of the city and carve out their own spaces, crafting clever shelters which can expand and compress at the touch of a button or pull of a string. Cryptic adherents of Echo Luna enjoy the cool twilight hours in the dim glow of bioluminescent lamps, ready to disappear behind Janus's tough exterior paneling through nooks and crevices, gingerly ease to allow passage. Below, in clusters around the great supporting trunks of the linear city, commoners cluster in tough, simple dwellings. Easily found, they resist the tower's efforts to restore original plans like barnacles clinging to rocky shores, with tough walls and roofs closing tight at any affront. However, as soon as danger passes, their colorful accoutrements emerge, with various styles of recombined waste, products from leaf shingles to quilted fabrics forming a rich tapestry of daily life. Larger still, the tower foundations reach down into the earth like the branching roots of a Brobdingnagian mangrove, spreading load across a watery basin of cooling water for the fusion core and radiant tower systems. Bridges holding whole neighborhoods stretch between skyscraping pillars with a web of efficient vaulting just visible on their shadowed bellies. Looking up on the sprawling tower, the dappled shade creates a realm of grays with unofficial markets and alternative lifestyles finding some breathing room. A ramshackle web of bridges, boardwalks, and shanty compose the fiefdom of the hobo king of Janus. Any system has waste, and a city as large as the spire has enough to fill a whole neighborhood. Those who fall through the cracks or become technically obsolete often find their way down to the cavernous underbelly of the tower, making a living off of waste and scraps while traveling secretly through the hidden places between walls and under floors. stray cogs are among those toiling to refine waste here. Initially, the lower areas of Janus were patrolled by security droids in all areas, but over time, the flow of disaffected citizens overwhelmed the system with hacks and workarounds to carve out a home. However, the threat of a purge is always looming, with various safeguards in place to ensure swift action to defend against incursion. Nominally, the Undercroft is ruled by a hobo king, a noble court of misfits, adorned with makeshift raiment, celebrating rough edges and a cacophony of colors. The royal line is not dynastic, however, and the kingship is challenged in a sword-stone trial, drawing from the Arthurian legend to establish leadership among always variable and uncommon selections. A robot is programmed by the previous king to hide the royal saber somewhere in the Undercroft and apply a puzzle to protect it until the right person finds it and solves the puzzle. In this way, cleverness has become a chief trait among the hobo kings. From the rough-hewn walkways, perched precariously on lanky piles driven into thin mud, a stray cog stands and processes, pausing to consider the silence that replaced the whirring siren song of probing intelligence and layered instructions from Janus before they fell to backwards incompatibility and ended up stranded and alone in a pile of waste under the spire. They cannot feel the warmth of sun shafts piercing between the structure above, but the unpredictable flicker wakens in them something beyond only algorithm. Perhaps today the waste refinement will be not for functional repurposing, but for something shiny, for them. The cogs still in service are accompanied by various types of mechanical sentries, some utilitarian and others armed to deter whatever threatens the system. Meanwhile, in the water spreading between mossy supports, Zalumaras swim playfully, making this leftover mechanical component a home. Many follow their own plights, but some serve the Hobo King, sitting on their throne with the background thought of that puzzle box and sword hidden carefully away. In mechanical chases and covered markets, informal markets trade illicit goods and offer unpermitted services, leading to all manner of augmentation and often accompanying catastrophe. In these most populated spaces, raids still occur as Janus reasserts control. When these security crackdowns do occur, the various vying factions are quick to resist incursions as innocents scurry out of the way. Thank you for your time and your attention. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Be well.